Ready? Sideways? Yeah, sideways. We're good? C'est bon. We're good. All right. Bienvenue à l'après-match des Alouettes, officiel des Alouettes. Tout le monde, mon nom est Joey Alfieri. On va faire l'intro et tout ça par après, mais j'ai Wesley Sutton qui est assez... Wes, just take me through the emotions, the high of going up after the Maltos field, and then Sean White hitting with no time left. Just how does that one feel?
Definitely doesn't feel good. Let this one sting a little bit. Hopefully it'll, propel us in the right direction. But, the goal, the mission, the process doesn't change. When rest during this bye week. And then we'll, get back when we get back. But like Coach was saying, just let it sting. Some stuff didn't go our way, and professional sports didn't go our way tonight.
Defensively, I mean, it's a CFL. Like, they're going to move the ball a little bit, but they only had 21. Just how did you feel overall defensively about the way it went? Because I thought you guys were pretty solid.
Yeah, I felt like we were pretty solid. I felt like Rourke was didn't really have. We took him on first read a lot of the plays, and I guess we just didn't make a play to change the game. We had one turnover, but. Yeah, I felt like we played pretty solid, but it's a team game. It's not just about defense or, how we played. We all took a loss tonight, and we'll definitely, it stings for sure.
Thank you, buddy. Time away, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wesley Sutton, nice enough to stop by. Donc, écoute, il y a un paquet de choses dont on pourrait se parler. Je suis toujours extrêmement transparent à vous. D'habitude, j'ai un trépied. On va aller vous chercher. Party, bud. Il y a eu une petite bataille après la game causée par BC. Le trépied est complètement pété. Donc, j'ai mon collègue John qui tient le téléphone. Donc, je ne vois pas les commentaires. Donc, si jamais tu peux tourner de l'ordinateur, on va essayer de faire ça comme ça. Parce que malheureusement, on n'a pas de trépied. Ce qui s'est passé sur le terrain, après le match, il y a un joueur qui a essayé d'entrer dans le vestiaire ou il est allé vers la porte du vestiaire et ça a causé tout un problème, comme vous pouvez constater. Il a essayé de frapper Isaac Berglund. Donc, il faudrait empêcher les joueurs adverses de passer de... Non, mais il a fait exprès. Puis, je peux vous confirmer qu'on l'a arrêté. C'est pas arrêté, mais il y a plusieurs joueurs qui l'ont arrêté. Ouais, c'est un peu frustrant parce que c'est une ligue professionnelle et malheureusement, chose des fois, il y a un manque de professionnalisme. Je nommerai pas de joueurs, c'est pas important, mais quand même frustrant quand ça arrive, la face perd et en plus, tu as un mauvais gagnant. You want to just try to flip the phone? Let's see what happens when you try to phone. It's gonna work? Okay, it's not going to work. It's all right. Bon, plusieurs problèmes techniques ce soir. Oh, that's you. Merci, John. OK, on va continuer à passer les commentaires. C'est sûr que celle-là, je ne vous cacherai pas, elle fait mal. C'est une défaite qui, le match n'aurait pas dû être serré. Ça aurait dû être un match serré, non, c'est égal. Mais il y a un peu de manque d'exécution à des certains points. Et il faut donner aux Lions aussi parce qu'ils ont quand même des très bons joueurs. Ils ont des très bons joueurs. Nathan Rourke, clairement en pleine santé. Il a quand même joué assez bien, passé pour 350 verges, 28 secondes au cadran à la fin de la rencontre. Et ils ont été en mesure de BC a été en mesure de mettre les Lions dans une position pour tenter un placement gagnant. Donc, malheureusement, c'est ça. And, all right, we'll go very quickly. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bottom of the foot?
How are you, sweetheart? You okay? Can I get nuts?
Well, you know why it itches? Because you got a sticker on it. You got a sticker on your foot.
Still itchy.
It's still itchy.
Open it up.
We can give you guys a minute.
You got itchy foot.
Claude Bethel Thompson va nous rejoindre bientôt avec sa petite fille. All right, let's go. Well, very quickly, I won't keep you long. I thought offensively tonight, like it flows, got off to a really good start. The 2 runs, 15, 20 yards, and then you hit Phil Pot on the screen for a 5-yard touchdown. I'm just overall, I know you want to score more than 20, but it felt like it's getting there.
We got to score more than 20. We got to put more points on the board, and we were really close on a lot of shots that we took. We just they didn't quite connect, and those inches are so hard to find in professional football. But we felt like we dominated the game front to back, and it's the great thing about the CFL. If you do the last 3 minutes, it's a game in of itself. The last 3 minutes, so we got to put them early, so it's not even close. But credit to them, they stuck around and made a play there at the end. So definitely frustrating, and there's a lot of stuff to get better at. So back to the drawing board and get better next week.
I know you won't get for the yards, but I think they had like 5 or 6 illegal contacts or pass interference. It felt like the chemistry is, you guys are taking another step out there. Exactly. Did it feel that way for you?
I felt more comfortable, knowing where my receivers are going, seeing them come to break. I wish I would have hit Snead coming out of the second half there. That would have been a dagger for sure. Just kind of anticipated his speed a little bit. He got held up coming out the break, and I should have seen it. So little things like that, it's fighting for those inches and making a play when you can. So we'll see the film and hopefully get better next week and just keep chopping wood.
I mean, you've experienced everything there is to experience in pro football. I'm just curious, when you have that swing where Maltos hits the go-ahead field goal, there's 28 seconds left, and then they have the dagger the other way. What does that feel like on the sideline?
Obviously, you ride the roller coaster, but it's CFL football. It's the last 3 minutes are a monster in of themselves. It's such a great game. It's tough to be on the losing side of it. Hopefully, we learn something from this film and we come back stronger.
Appreciate it, McLeod. Thank you. All right, McLeod Bethel Thompson, nice enough to stop by. Je pense qu'en attaque, il y avait un meilleur flow. Il y avait plus de flow que la semaine passée. Et il y avait plus de... On a vu un peu plus de chimie entre Bethel Thompson et le receveur. Je l'ai mentionné, je pense qu'il a passé pour 218 verges, si je ne me trompe pas. Mais il y avait quand même 5 ou 6 punitions contre la tertiaire, donc qui a fait avancer le ballon. Des pass interference, des contacts illégaux. Donc, stats que Bethel Thompson ne va pas avoir, mais ça aurait été vraiment, ça aurait ajouté. D'habitude, c'est des passes complétées quand même. Donc, ça aurait aidé ces stats. Par contre, les stats, c'est bien beau, mais ça ne change pas grand-chose quand tu perds. Malheureusement, ça fait et c'est des trucs qui font mal. Bon, on va continuer avec les commentaires. Encore une fois, si vous jouez nous un peu en retard, j'ai pas de trépied. J'ai mon collègue John qui tient le phone parce qu'il y avait une genre de bataille après le match parce qu'un joueur des Lions qui a essayé de marcher vers le vestiaire des Alouettes. Il y a tout ça, les tables se sont pétées, les télés pétées. Mon collègue s'est blessé un peu, donc ça va bien, ça va? Est-ce que ça va? Ça va? OK, ça va. Bon, donc on va continuer. Donc c'est un après-match un peu, c'est un match crève-cœur puis un après-match où on va improviser un peu. Hey Joey, I know it's not time yet, but we're not going in the right direction. Look, I totally understand. I understand back losses. You're not used to it. The Alouettes started 10-1, 5-0 last year. Not in the right direction. I mean, we'll get to it in a second. We'll bring on Tyler Snead, who's nice enough to stop by. So, Tyler, I thought offensively tonight, I think you had like 3 penalties drawn in the secondary plays that you made. I just felt like there was a little more cohesion offensively tonight. Did it feel that way for you guys?
Yeah, I felt like we clicked early. We saw on our first drive, we got in. Tice made a great play, and then from there, I thought we were making plays consistently. Obviously, there's some you want to get back and we can be better on, but I mean like I said last week, a game to win. It's just 20 seconds left on the clock. Ball's out of our hands, but. Yeah, I mean, I stepped it up this week. We just got to do better as always.
I know you have a ton of experience. You're a Grey Cup champ. You played in a lot of big games, but I'm sure you never get used to that swing of emotion where Maltos hits. There's 28 seconds left. You have to kick off, and they end up hitting the game winner with no time. But what's going through your mind? What does it feel like when you're sideline watching that unfold?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're out there in the moment, you never think you're going to lose. So that last drive when we were down 1, we got the ball back. in our minds, we know we're going down there and we're either scoring or we're kicking a field goal, which we did. And then, after it's just in this situation, just a waiting game. And, they made some good plays. Made a play with 3 seconds left, to get them in better field position, and then they execute a goal at the end of the game. But, it never a doubt in our minds what we're going to do. I think we're always pretty confident in our ability and what we go out there and we set out to do, especially in a moment like that. Everybody locks in some more and really gets into it. But, yeah, we just got to finish better.
Do you have a good view of what happened after the game?
And I came running over from the middle of the field, so I wasn't sure what happened. But, yeah, we'll find out from the league and video, I guess.
Appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you. Enjoy the bye week.
Thank you.
All right, Tyler Sneed. Nice enough to stop by. On va continuer, c'est correct. On va continuer à rouler. We got. Look, on s'en va dans la mauvaise direction. C'était ça le commentaire. Écoute, je suis pas prêt à. Évidemment, je suis pas prêt à dire ça. Il n'y a aucune panique. Tu l'as mentionné dans le commentaire. J'ai pas vu le nom de la personne. Mais oui, c'est quand même. C'est sûr que c'est frustrant de perdre 2 matchs de suite. Ce que je peux dire, c'est que les gars sont en pleine confiance. C'est quand même un groupe qui est prêt de semaine à peine et on va continuer d'aller dans la bonne direction. All right, we have Darnell Sankey, best middle linebacker in the league. All right, just walk me through a defense. Like, what are you guys trying to do? That last drive, we got less than 28 seconds. Did we kick off with 28 seconds left? And just take me through the emotions and what you're going through in that moment.
Yeah, even before the kickoff, the penalty, that set us back, obviously, more than we did. But I think the last play was, 3 seconds left? I think so. We're thinking last play. And I honestly
like 0.03.
thought the clock ran out. So, I don't know how you can hike the ball, throw it, catch it, run it, get down all within 3 seconds. And so, it's those plays that, it's just like you got to look at the film. And even myself, I look at myself like I was deep. It was last play. I didn't think that they were going to do that. And if they did, just leave them alone, let them go down. It's a learning lesson for all of us, Obviously, that play didn't make the game, but it's something that we can learn from.
Defensively, I thought, I know Rourke put up numbers. I thought that, you guys had up to 21 points. I thought you guys played pretty well. You guys had the takeaway in the end as well on the end to interception. I'm just curious how you saw it defensively tonight.
Yeah, I think we can always get better. Obviously we lost, but like you said, we held them 21, and it wasn't our worst performance. It wasn't our best performance. Definitely areas to improve on going forward. Take some time off in this bye week. Guys need to get home or stay out here, get our bodies right, minds right, and get ready to go.
Do you have a good view of what happened at the end here?
All I understand was someone tried to come in our locker room, and that's something that you shouldn't do. So, yeah, you should never feel comfortable coming into someone else's locker room. So,
and you guys made him
whatever
feel
happened
very.
after,
You guys made him very uncomfortable. Yeah. My tripod's broken. I need somebody to hold the phone.
That's all good. Thank you.
Thank you, Sankey. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Yes, sir. Good. All right, Darnell Sankey, nice enough to stop. C'est ça. Donc, il y a ça aussi. Sankey a enchaîné quand même un bon point. Il reste 3 secondes. Eux autres s'attendent que peut-être c'est le dernier match. Je ne pensais pas qu'il y avait le temps pour décocher une passe pour se rendre en full range, pour une tentative de placement. Donc, c'est dommage, c'est malheureux que ça finit comme ça, mais est-ce qu'on est en mauvaise direction? Je ne suis pas prêt à dire ça. Je suis pas prêt à dire ça. Quand même beaucoup de blessures. 3 matchs de suite sur la route. C'est quand même, c'est pas pour faire des excuses. On a joué 2 matchs en 6 jours sur la route. On est allé à 3 matchs de suite. On a plusieurs matchs sur la route en peu de temps. Donc, mauvaise direction. Je suis pas prêt à dire ça. Est-ce qu'on a perdu des matchs? Absolument. Mais est-ce que j'ai le sentiment qu'on s'en va dans la mauvaise direction? Honnêtement, non, absolument pas. Why don't we keep it going? Battle Thompson. Alors que, OK, il y a plusieurs commentaires sur Battle Thompson. McLeod n'a pas mal joué ce soir. C'est absolument pas. Il a pas mal joué. Il a pas mal joué. C'est une question de manque manque de répétition, manque de sonisme en attaque. Mais même la semaine passée, je sais que tout le monde veut mettre le blanc sur un joueur et c'est toujours le corps arrière. Mais c'est trop facile de mettre le blanc sur QB. C'est beaucoup trop. Do we have sound now? Est-ce qu'on a du son? All right, we're back. Battery's dead. All right, c'est toute une. Désolé, le micro a lâché. On change de micro. Bon, ça va être une de ces soirées-là. Mais c'est ça. Est-ce que j'ai le sentiment qu'on s'en va dans la mauvaise direction? Je dirais, honnêtement, non. Mais c'est. Bon. On va continuer. Ça fait longtemps que je ne nous avais pas vu aussi mauvais sur le deuxième et long. Défensive, j'imagine, tu parles de défensive, mais on va en parler. On va parler à Isaac Berglund. I won't keep it too long. I know you got people, but just ride me through, take me through the ride, the emotions, at the end there when you guys, you hit the field goal with 28 seconds left and they go back and score.
It's tough, right? We've talked so many times about like the things and the big things, and it's football at the end of the day. When you look at it, it is football, wins and losses. And we talked so many times about how hard it is to get wins in this league, and everyone's getting paid. And I think it just comes down to, it's not. We didn't lose because of the penalty at the end of the game. That's obvious. We didn't lose because of that. There's so many little things throughout the game that we have to go back and film, and we have to watch and adjust and learn. Those are lessons I'd rather learn now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose, but I'd rather learn these lessons now, positive way than at the end of the year. You know what I mean? It's the last game, and it's the journey to the end that matters, and that's what we got to focus on. Stay together as a team, and just correct what we have to correct.
Like I work guard his yard sign, I think at like 350, 152 or whatever. But I felt, you guys held them to 21 points. That's not a lot of points. CFL. So what did you feel defensively tonight? How did you feel it went overall?
Yeah, he played right. He played well. What is he? The high quarterback in the league, right?
Player. Yeah.
He played well. And I think the defense. There's just things you got to clean up. No matter how many points you allow, if you lose the game, you allowed too much. Things went wrong. So we'll clean it up. Give them their credit for playing a good game and going away with the win. But it's a long season, man. It was just a game, right?
Yep.
So we got 13 more games in this regular season, and then we'll get ready for playoffs.
There's some people that are worried that the team seems to be heading in the wrong direction. I don't get that feeling at all. It's a couple tough losses for sure, but just what would you say to
I guess if you're doubting now at Game 5, then you truly don't believe. And I know one in these stands believe, so I'm not really worried about that. The 1% in this room and the 1% that are in these stands and that are watching from home and that truly believe, they believe. It's a long season, man. There's when the Alouettes won the Grey Cup in 23. How was it going?
Not good. They're under 500 in September.
How it goes, right? We know we have the capabilities. We've shown it time and time again, and it's just little things. We'll be all right. Yep. Stick with it. Stick with us for the ride, and yeah.
I don't know how much you want to get into it, but just at the end there, I thought that was pretty classless on that board at the end there.
I don't know. I don't know really the why, but I wanted to give some passes to my family because they're here visiting, and so they're already in our locker room screaming profanity and throwing punches like at coaches and players and what else can you do, right? This is where we're at, right? This is our locker room, and someone is entering the locker room. It's not going to fly, man. So it just is what it is. We'll let things go how they go, and I really got to say about that. Like, I'm not. I don't know. We just got to protect the locker room. Like, it's our players in there, coaching staff, that's our trainers. We don't know what's going to happen. So that's how that went.
I'm with you. It's just disappointing happens in pro football.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nasty. You don't have to get into it anymore. Thanks, Isaac. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Joey.
Enjoy the family. Rest of the family. Yeah, everyone's on board. Everybody's on board. All right. We'll keep it going. We've got. I don't mind going though, to be honest. It's all right. Doesn't matter. I don't care that they're rough. We'll keep it going. Read them when we win. Read them when we lose. Écoute, c'est sûr qu'il y a des commentaires. On va l'adresser. J'ai pas vu ce qui s'est passé. Il y a une punition à le stage avant le botté d'envoi, après le placement. Et c'est sûr que c'est une punition qui fait mal parce que là, il faut botter de 15 verges plus loin. Mais c'est dans les commentaires. Ce qui est arrivé, absolument, c'est pas une bonne punition. Absolument. Et je pense que PO serait le premier à le dire et à l'avouer. C'est une erreur, manque de focus, mais des choses qui arrivent, absolument. C'est quand que Alex Hollins fait ses débuts avec Joey. Écoute, c'est sûr qu'il est arrivé en début de semaine. Il a pratiqué 3 jours. On va voir après le bye week. Écoute, il n'y a rien de garanti dans la Ligue canadienne de football, mais c'est une signature aussi de profondeur, right? On ne sait pas la situation à Austin Mack. On ne sait pas s'il y a des joueurs qui ont été blessés ce soir. Si Austin Mack revient, c'est un autre rush plus qu'on a dans l'entourage des Alouettes. Donc, on ne sait pas quand Alex Hollins va début avec les Alouettes. Content de l'avoir ici à Montréal, mais dans le football, c'est pas facile, c'est pas évident de faire tout ça. What do we got? Figue, mental peut-être, je n'aimerais pas de nom, mais on voit un manque de focus sur certains jeux depuis le 3 quarts contre les Elks. Écoute, Denis, c'est sûr qu'il y a un manque d'exécution. Écoute, quand tu perds 2 matchs de suite, c'est sûr qu'il y a un manque d'exécution. C'est clair. Mais tu peux perdre 2 matchs et les deux sont vrais. Tu peux perdre 2 matchs de suite et c'est pas nécessairement. Ça veut pas nécessairement dire qu'on s'en va dans la mauvaise direction. Je sais que c'est pas ça que tu dis ici, mais c'est sûr qu'il y a de l'adversité. Isaac a mentionné mon point. L'an passé, l'adversité est venue au mois d'octobre, novembre. C'est là que c'est venu. Là, c'est sûr que ça va être un peu plus. Là, c'est sûr que ça vient un peu plus de bonheur. Mais c'est des choses qui arrivent. C'est des choses compliquées qui arrivent. La saison de football est très longue. C'est 18 matchs, c'est 21 semaines, des semaines courtes, des semaines longues. Merci beaucoup. Donc, c'est vraiment ça. Donc, est-ce qu'on fait une annonce? OK, donc, mais on va mentionner. On va l'annoncer. Donc, oui, absolument. Donc, on va commencer avec nouveau segment. Vraiment, c'est vraiment étonnant d'avoir ce segment-là avec notre partenaire, fier partenaire Boostant. On a Boostant. Ils vont vous présenter le jeu Boost du match à chaque match à domicile, sur la route. On est vraiment content que Boostant soit embarqué dans notre petite famille d'après-match avec tous les commentaires et tout ça. Ce soir, on décide que le jeu Boost du match, c'est le toucher de Tyson Philpott, le 3e jeu en attaque du match pour les Alouettes. Premier jeu, Sean Thomas Arlington, c'est une course de 15 verges. 2e jeu, c'est une course de 20 verges de Sean Thomas Arlington. 3e jeu en attaque. Philpott qui court le long du terrain, 45 verges pour Tyson Philpott qui donne l'avance aux Alouettes 7-0 à ce moment-là. Donc, c'est notre jeu Boost du match. Merci encore à Boostant pour être un fier partenaire des Alouettes et visiter leur restaurant à travers le Québec. Il y en a un à Ottawa aussi. Donc, merci à Boostant. Boostant, un de mes restos préférés. J'en ai mangé ce soir, en plus du bon poulet, du riz, petite salade, puis des patates. C'est parfait. Merci beaucoup, Boostant. Là, on va aussi annoncer commence à avoir des commanditaires dans l'après-match. Comme d'habitude, le joueur du match, Budweiser, c'est vous autres, les partisans, vous allez voter pour ça pendant à la fin du troisième quart. Vous pouvez voter sur nos médias sociaux et ce soir, c'est très bien mérité pour Sean Coma Erlington qui a touché sur réception, qui a joué son 100e match aussi. On me dit que Sean est parti assez rapidement après la rencontre. Je ne le vois pas sur le terrain. Donc, c'est le touché ici de Thompson, une sélection de jeu. Un petit peu pour Sean Coma Erlington. C'est une belle histoire, il faut le mentionner. Il a été repêché en 8e ronde par les Tiger Cats. Et là, 8 ans après, il joue son 100e match. Tout un joueur, tu vois, il a des bonnes mains, peut courir, peut bloquer, peut vraiment peut tout faire en tant que demi-offensif et on aime qu'il est québécois. You want to jump on here? All right, we go. Come underneath. Give me 2 seconds to get a player in, and then we'll go to. We have a very special alumni who's here that I want to make sure that we get to. Et on va poser la question croustillante à Tyrese Beverett dans quelques secondes. What's up, Bev? I know that's a tough one. We'll get into it in a second. But I tweeted out, I thought Tyrese Beverett was having a Tyrese Beverett game tonight. I saw you cup on special teams. You're knocking down passes. You're getting hits on the quarterback. You're laying a lick for yourself personally. Did you feel like that was the best one of the year for you so far? Because you really stood out a lot. Like you do every week, but you were all over the field.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my number was called a lot tonight. Usually in the previous weeks, it was a little slow. But I just tried to make the plays when it came to me and put the team in the best situation to win.
Yeah. How about could you take me through? I know you're a veteran. You've experienced a lot of stuff. You won a championship here, but the emotional swing that goes, kicking the go-ahead field goal and then losing at the buzzer. Just I know you're out there on the field trying to defend. Perspective is a little bit different, but just what's going through your mind when you're on the field trying to protect, every square inch of the out there?
I mean, from the start, we just got to be more disciplined. I mean, but at the end of the day, we still had an opportunity to go out there and make it. It just sucks that we had the game we had, especially on the defensive side. To lose like that is a bummer. But we all stick together. We're going to learn from it, and we're not going to let this define us.
I know, I've been talking to a couple of years. Rourke put up 350 or whatever, but you guys held them to 21 points. I thought the defense actually played well. They moved between the 20s, but other than that, they didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Just defensively overall, how did you see it?
We just got to finish. I mean, like you said, we came out hot. We got to finish on all phases. I mean, we're not pointing the finger at anybody. It was a lot of things that we could have did better to win that game in every aspect. I mean, and also it comes down to discipline. We just got to learn from that. We got to be disciplined.
I don't know how much you want to get, but the skirmish here at the end, there was obviously a lot of people asking about it. I was right here. I saw a player trying to go in our locker room. Just curious what you made of the whole situation.
Honestly, I heard about it. I didn't see it. I was in the back of the locker room. We can't have stuff like that, man. This is a professional league. Yeah. Professional players, things like that is unacceptable. I mean, I heard that they handled it, but going forward, things like that shouldn't happen.
The last one for you. I'm going to throw you the question, the crunchy question, the question croustillante, brought to you by Old Dutch. What are the plans for the bye week? You're going to get away a little bit?
Honestly, I don't have too much plan right now. I'm going to figure that out. It would have been better if we won. It would have felt better. But, just try to rest, try to get some time to myself and get my body right. Also, I just want to get back to playing football, honestly, especially after that loss. So, I mean, just take it for what it is, use it to get back rested and go from there.
Thanks, Bev. Enjoy the break. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, Tyrese Beverett of the Montreal Alouettes. Nice enough to stop by. Okay, let's keep it going with let's go with the special guest in the house, big number 69, Eric Wilson. What's going on? Won two Grey Cups with the Alouettes here. All right, I know you're living in New York. Just walk me through who you brought tonight. What are you doing in Montreal?
I got the crew over here.
All right,
my son and daughter, my wife,
all right,
my mom. So nice. Yeah, they drove up from my mom and stepdad drove up from Michigan.
Nice.
We right outside the South 30 miles. So we drove up and we spent the 4th of July in Canada. Okay. So that was good. I wish there was a better outcome tonight, but Sean White, this guy, come on.
Yeah. You played with, didn't you? Or
yes, in 11. In 11 he came right after Damon got done. Right after we put those two little on the board up there, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
When Damon got done, Sean came in at 11. So
Yeah. Just walk me through those. Like you guys, like they have a ferocious defense here now. You guys were elite as well. There was yourself, Karan Williams was there, Anwar and Bowen, and you guys, there was that front four in particular was dominant. Do you keep in touch with any of those guys? You remember about that group?
I do every now and then. Listen, my job at playing nose guard was to make sure that I took two guys, and so that those three guys could have one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And that's how we won.
Yeah.
But it's special. I pat myself on the back, but it takes a special person to buy into that job because your name is not on the page.
Yep.
Your name is not always said, to the fans and this and that. But people that understand the game understand if somebody buys into that role. These three guys can be elite, and that's what we were. And the rest of the defense was Shea Emery and those guys in the back and Sanchez. Like that was just a great group of guys. I think in 09 was one of the most spectacular defenses in the history of the CFL, which I was blessed to be a part of. So.
And hey, don't kid yourself. It's a tough job to do. It's not an easy job. Like taking on two guys consistently like that is not easy work. And you look like $1 million, but you look like $1 million then. You look like $1 million now.
Right. I'm probably down 60 pounds.
So what did you play at?
I played around 295. I played my entire career was probably 295 to 310.
You're 235 now?
I'm about 250, 255.
So what are you 295 math is not
295 to 310 is my whole career.
Okay.
50, 60 pounds is where I feel good at this weight. Maybe I could go catch the ball. Maybe not.
There's some money to be made at tight end now.
Exactly.
There's some money to be made.
Kelsey's a bit older. Maybe got one more year and he's gonna swift off and do what he does. So. But beautiful to come back up, just be part of the family again. I got to see Anthony and talk with his daughters at I being this big when I was here, and so have my son and my daughter get the chance. I touch him and his flag and his foot and his tackle. My daughter started playing JV flag football this year. Fantastic. So just keep him moving.
Did you when you were here, like now Jason Moss, Danny Machocha, the head coach and GM, they're big on culture. Like the culture shifted when you got here, and you guys were a big culture team too. I mean, that was a super welcoming locker room. That was a great locker room. Just curious, the importance of culture, and just what was the culture like back then?
I mean, the culture is everything. I remember playing against Jason, in Edmonton, and so it's amazing to see that. But it has to start locker room, really. You have to have guys that believe in, first of all, what your head coach is selling. We kind of came in Trestman era where it was his first coaching job too. And when I was with Miami, he was all coordinator down a quarterback coach. Right. But when he took over, the regime here and kind of set a stand, we were all in. Yeah. There wasn't too many people that were on the outside, and if you weren't here for long. Because the people, starting with Anthony and, Cahoon and some of those guys that were leading, Brian Chu and those guys, that led that, you believed in every guy going. Yeah. And when you have a leader like that and you can believe in what he's saying, you got a locker room that is tight. Will do anything for anybody in the organization. So
I'm going to put you on the spot off the top of your head. This is also a family show. You can tell me a good story off the air, but do you have any good AC Ben Cahoon or either one? Any good stories? Anything funny?
So I still enjoy cigars.
Okay. Yes, I remember that. That's right.
The problem is the taxes with the cigars. Okay, so I would go down when I first got here to maybe Catherine. I would go to a shop.
The statute of limitations passed on this story. Are we okay to tell this?
No, we're good. We're good.
There's no tax evasion or anything.
No tax evasion because I would buy Cohiba Sublimes for about $100 a stick. Right. I said, this is absurd. So I find out, and we won't mention who is who. But
sure.
Maybe he had some family that were could get connections, and let's just say we paid for the extra taxi to go to the Habana SA dealer. Wow. And as Canadians, they're able to bring it back. Okay. And so maybe I'll throw Dave Mudge in there. Too.
Mudge
ran into Mudge. But we used to enjoy cigars back then, and there was an easier way than paying $100 for a Cohiba Sublime on St. Catherine.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's not where I thought you were going. But hey, that's a great story. Eric, it's great to see you, man. Good. It's good. It's great to see you, man. Love you too. Let's keep in touch, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon.
Thank you.
Any weight loss advice for a young man who may enjoy delicious carbs? It's me.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Eric Wilson, nice enough to stop by. Always great. Big number 69, won 2 Grey Cups there. All right. Je pense que les joueurs sont pas mal tous partis. Je veux juste voir s'il reste. On n'a pas lu beaucoup de commentaires. Mon trépied est pété. Donc, ça complique les choses. Je vois pas les questions depuis le téléphone. Non. Un vrai cauchemar ce match. En plus, BC a eu plein de flags. Ils n'ont pas joué à leur heure et on l'a échappé. Oui, c'est sûr. C'est sûr que, écoute, il y a eu plein de drapeaux. BC, je fais plus de 100 pénalités, 100 verges de pénalités à la mi-temps. Mais des fois, c'est comme ça. Tu sais, c'est compliqué des fois les matchs. Ils ont quand même des bons joueurs. Nathan Rourke a vraiment bien joué. Je trouve que, tu sais, quand même, la team a bien fait. On a accordé seulement 21 points, mais c'est les 3 points à la fin qui font mal. Donc, merci beaucoup tout le monde. On apprécie toutes les questions. Encore une fois, c'est pas lire de questions parce qu'on a perdu. On lit. Tu sais, quand j'ai mon trépied, on lit toutes les questions. Ce soir, c'est un peu plus compliqué avec ce qui s'est passé. Encore une fois, merci à John, merci collègues, Ben, Mélodie, Martin, Sam. Ouais, merci à tous. Merci à Pépé qui est allé chercher les joueurs. Il y a plein de personnes. We don't have to film. T'es dans le live. Félicitations. Donc, merci tout le monde. Merci à mes collègues. Ce soir, ça n'a pas été facile. Un match crève-cœur. C'est compliqué avec l'équipement qui s'est brisé pendant la petite bataille. Mais merci de votre patience. Il y a quand même beaucoup de personnes qui sont à l'écoute. Semaine de congé la semaine prochaine. On revient à la maison le 17 juillet contre les Argonauts de Toronto. Si vous n'avez pas vos billets, goalsgo.com. Il n'y a aucune panique ici. Je vous garantis, aucune panique ici. Et on me chuchote à l'oreille que le 17 juillet, c'est notre beach party. Donc, venez en petit speedo. On encourage ça. Absolument pas. Et on a de la bière à 5 $. On a de la bière à 5 $ pour le match du 17 juillet. Donc, ça va être... on va avoir plaisir et on va parler d'une victoire des Alouettes. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Bonne soirée. Merci de votre patience. Et merci aux sont passés. Et on se croise après la semaine de congé. Merci.